Another failure, another year of mediocrity, and the Pittsburgh Steelers find themselves one and done. Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports, everybody. I'm Jason. I couldn't even bear to do a live last night. I don't mind losing as a fan, but I do mind being absolutely freaking embarrassed and dog walked on a national stage. It makes you absolutely sick to see a defense that is paid oh so very much, having the supposed best defender on the planet have 129 consecutive snaps with 0 assists, 0 tackles, 0 sacks, be absolutely non-existent, having a defensive secondary that could not cover anyone, a defense that could not stop the run in any way, shape, or form. Absolutely be embarrassed. And if you were Mike Tomlin, I don't know how you remain employed. And this isn't just, an overreaction. This is something I've been telling you since we started this channel of Mike Tomlin's deficiencies. And the Mike Tomlin apologists that want to make all these excuses, continually talk about how great of a coach he is and how lost the Steelers would be without him. Well, if I'm a Steelers fan, if I'm Art Rooney, I'm that franchise, I'd be willing to roll the dice to find out how lost I would be. And then you get some clapback from people in the fan base saying, well, guys like TJ Watt, guys like Cam Hayward, those guys won't play unless it's for Mike Tomlin. Well, trade them up, flip it. When you have a football team out there that looks absolutely lost, you blame it on coaching, guys. Lost isn't just on the players. Yes, it's on them in some way, shape, or form, no doubt. They have to be prepared. But when you look lost to that level, that is telling me that you are not being prepared by the people that are supposed to be giving you the information in order to prepare you for the game. This is the pro level, my friends. There is nobody that's just so much more superior, athletically gifted than you. This is the pros. And I know people want to be like, whoa, they got a lot of great. They're all good. Every team is good. And I don't think fans realize just how much schematics and coaching matter. They matter a lot. They are very, very important, considering that you have pretty much everybody on an even playing field. There are so many gifted athletes on each and every team, and if you utilize them correctly, you put the scheme together correctly, they will succeed. They will succeed. And if you look at this season, how you go from a 10-win football team behind Justin Fields, beating a couple playoff teams, to being behind Russell Wilson, to starting out well, but then losing to three playoff teams. Getting absolutely dog walked here in the last month and a half of the season. It's time, guys, and I've never been one for rebuilds, never been one to just say scrap it and throw it all in the garbage and restart. But I'm there. I'm there. I cannot apologize for this team anymore. I can't sit here and try to show you positives like I do. I try to keep you all looking at the bright spots, the positive spots of this football team, but there are none. There are zero. And that loss last night at M&T Bank Stadium was a collective loss, a loss of a team that literally was clueless when they stepped onto the football field. A scheme in which was absolute dog water, just horrible. Horrible. And if you're Mike Tomlin and you don't recognize changes during a game, adjustments during a game, situational football during a game, you don't get the feel, you don't have the pulse of the football team, you just don't recognize anything that's going on inside of a game, and you're walking around there with that headset on, with that dumb look on your face, looking just lost, making no changements, no changes, no adjustments. It's not a good place where the Pittsburgh Steelers are here today on a Sunday after another monumental failure, after another season of not being able to get anything done. I do not think that this football team can survive one more Mike Tomlin year. I think the standard, the Steeler way, has been absolutely lost. I think the continuation of Mike Tomlin will absolutely finish destroying a once great franchise, putting them into the bottom rungs of the NFL. I think Mike Tomlin's failures as a coach have to be felt by him. I mean, wow, how don't you see this? How don't you notice this? How don't you try to take some accountability? And when you do have opportunities to hire people and bring people in, instead of going with fresh, young folks to maybe possibly breathe some new life into your stale, conservative game plan, your stale, conservative, schematically way of thinking. Instead of doing those things, your ego is so large, so big, that you can't even fit it through the door, and you go instead hire people that have the exact same philosophy as you because you are so afraid of being challenged. You are so afraid to change. And once a head coach becomes so afraid to change, living in their fears, it's almost irreparable, my friends. There has to be a change of scenery for both sides. And again, everybody wants to know what this team will do without Mike Tomlin. Again, I would love to find out. I would love to find out because what they're doing with Mike Tomlin sucks. Absolutely sucks. Absolutely sucks. I can't even emphasize that any more to you. And as a person that literally does content on this team each and every single day, that looks at everything about this football team, I'm lost. I'm lost. Well, I know what the answers are. But what I'm lost about is that you're not going to have somebody fix them. The problems are right there smacking them in the face, and you know that there's somebody in charge that does not care to fix things, that does not care to change because their ego is so big. The Mike Tomlin persona is so big that it's absolutely out of control. And it's killing this football team. It's holding this football team back so badly. How'd we get here, guys? I can tell you. It's through a franchise being overly loyal. Being over the top with trying to continue the so-called Steeler way when they know it is so messed up inside that building. And it may not be messed up in terms of player-coach relationship. Everybody, that's fine. Okay, great. Maybe Mike Tomlin has a great relationship with everybody in that building. But everybody in that building, I can tell you, and rest assured I can tell you, schematically, they are broken. Very broken. Where do we go from here, guys? We have a ton of time to talk about that. This is going to be a very long summer because that one hurt, man. That one really took the wind out of our sails as Steeler fans. It really did, and I know it did me. Myself here. Whenever it came time to the end of the game, I really could not bring myself on here to do a live show. I could not. And it wasn't because I was just all so upset. That wasn't the case. I'm not like that. Football is a game. It doesn't control my life. But literally, what I would have said about the players, the coaches, would have been nothing of value to you. It would have literally just been cussing and putting them down, and it would have had zero value to you. It would have been nothing of worth. And I know you're supposed to say, well, congratulations to the Ravens, blah, 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 all that. You know, I would, but I see a lot out there just continually just rubbing it in and talking shit, so it is what it is. They'll probably get dog walked the next time they go play somebody that's actually good. So we'll just go from there with that. We'll continue the rivalry. We'll continue that in the fan base. So I'm not even going to go there. I'm not ready for that yet. But it is what it is. I'm just at a loss. I truly am, guys. I don't even really know where to start, but we have so much time to dissect this. We have so much time to break down all the X's and O's, what has went wrong. There's a long list of unrestricted free agents. Some of those guys that you're just going to let walk because their performances were so bad. Cam Sutton last night, that dude was lost. While Beanie Bishop, a guy that was a turnover machine, literally stood there and watched a playoff game. But yet you're going to wheel Cam Sutton out there and watch him make mistake after mistake after mistake. And do you blame Terrell Austin for this defense? Or do you blame the guy that's truly in charge of this defense? The guy that truly calls this defense, that truly sets up this defense? Do you blame him now? Because I've been blaming him. Again, TJ Watt, non-existent. Alex Highsmith, non-existent. Minka Fitzpatrick, non-existent. Cam Hayward fighting his ass off, but just getting his butt kicked. Again, Cam Sutton out there just screwing shit up. But we're not going to make that change. We don't need to adjust mid-game. We don't need to try anything. Hell, we'll just come out in a more heavy look and try to run a flea flicker. Why not? That'll get you going. Hey, we'll need a half inch in a playoff game, literally a half inch, and we'll punt that ball away because we live in our fears. You know, we're down in a football game. We're looking to change momentum, but yet, we need a half inch. Just go ahead and get it. You saw the Ravens be creative last night, putting Mark Andrews in under center and letting him go get that yard. The Steelers possess guys like Darnell Washington. Why wouldn't you ever think of something like that? Because you don't have an imagination. You don't have any type of creativity in your body. You work for a head coach that is absolutely the most stubborn, stale, conservative, living in his fears idiot in the entire NFL. And for the national media to continue to prop Mike Tomlin up like he is some God's gift to coaching is an absolute travesty, and it should cause you never to turn on their networks ever again and give them any type of support because it's absolute bullshit. They know it, you know it, but yet we all still watch it and support it. But they're going to sit there and tell you that you'd be absolutely lost and devastated without Mike Tomlin. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, there's some coaches out there that hopefully would be willing to adjust and that would kill to have the job Mike Tomlin has. And maybe he's just overstayed his welcome here in Pittsburgh. But guys, honestly, once he lost Bill Cowher's team, he has been absolutely nothing. Nothing. And you can't argue it. His playoff record is absolute dog shit. And I don't want to hear about the regular season wins because you don't do anything inside of the playoffs. Your failures are massive. And what are you doing if you don't win in the playoffs in this league? Nothing. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters other than winning Lombardi trophies in this league. But yet we want to hang our hat on a statistic that means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. What about the statistic of late season collapses? What about the statistic of a guy that cannot keep a football team motivated enough to finish a season? Let that sink into you. Getting dog walked by a team 2 times in a row after you beat them in Pittsburgh the first game. Why? Because they figure you out. You don't change. You don't adapt. You're not creative. It is what it is, guys, but we'll be back today with a live show. Sean's going to join me today. We're going to talk about this Steelers loss. We're going to talk about the Steelers moving forward. Again, I haven't draft prepped yet. That'll come. Guys, we got a lot of time. We got a lot of time to dig into this. It's going to be a long, long journey here getting back to that new season, man. It's going to be a long journey, a long summer. We're going to try to add some content, though, here, guys. We're going to try to add some other sports. We're going to try to talk the rest of the NFL during the playoffs here and really continue to dive in and bring this channel up to what it should be, bigger, better, broader. and just really go hard, man. And hopefully we'll have some exciting things happen here during the year. So, again, guys, devastation, man. Devastation. It's been a tough one. So, until tonight, I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports. Peace, my friends. See you on the next one.